Hello, and welcome to the skating lesson. Today I'm thrilled to welcome 2014 Olympic champion Tatiana Volosozhar. Tatiana, welcome to the show.
Hello, hello. Hey, everybody.
So I was just reading on your Instagram that you were supposed to graduate, so that you got all dressed up in your dress anyway, took a picture. So what have you been studying?
I'm start to skate when I was 4 years old. And
I meant graduation. You took a picture on Instagram of yourself all for.
Oh yeah, it's I'm already finished like for the management of the sport. Yeah, and I finished in 2017. Yeah, and now it's post because we have a celebration after the school, like each person, like the classes, they have a very nice like banquet. So now is in this difficult situation, we cannot do this live. I mean, the people who just finished the school. It will be live, but by internet. It's so hard. And then I put this picture on Instagram and try to explain how it was with me. Yeah, I also miss this time because we go for the practice, like the camp. And I miss this big celebration of the school. So that's why I'm a little bit sad, but I understand on this time this sport for me, and of course figure skating was in the first place for me. So that's why.
So yesterday I took a class that you led, and you had us do an exercise that I've been trying to practice ever since. You had us go, is it like this?
Yeah.
You're telling us for, yes.
And sometimes me too. And
yeah,
it's very good for coordination, and I know a few of them, and I think it's very nice for everybody, not only for the young skater, to relax your head and put your like on the step, your mind.
Yeah. So how much will you skate again? You know, after when the ice rinks open up, will you perform in shows again?
For now, it's like no invitation because nobody know what's will going on. So it's the hard time, of course. But if somebody invite us, yeah, we will continue to skate in the show and in Russia, and then of course we want international shows. So I really hope the Artanize next year will come again, and in Japan we work around the world. So I really hope we will back. yeah, and try to go to the show. Yes, of course.
And how is your daughter skating yet?
Oh, yeah, she fell in love in figure skating, but it was a big surprise for me and Max because we don't want to put her very early. But of course, she watched the parents. She watched the show, and she tell us like, I want to also try. And the first time when she tried, she was 1 and 8 years old, so almost 2. It's too early. Yeah, but we give her chance. And one of my friends, her daughter was skating this time, and we asked to use the skates. So that's the first time Angelica was try, and it was very cool because it was the St. Petersburg. We did the Romeo and Juliet, the big spectacular nice by Ilya Verbuk. So, and the decoration around, and was very nice atmosphere. Maybe that's why she asked me to put her on the skate. Yeah, and now we just don't push, you know. If she asks me, of course I go to and skate together. But it needs to be separate time for me, for Max, and of course for Angelica.
Yeah. Now, how did you start skating?
I will start when I was 4, and that's I think everybody know this story, because I'm for this time I tell a lot of about me, when I'm start to skate, and I think I'm it's a dream of my mom.
Okay.
Because she was dreaming to skate, but no chance. She was born in small city in Ukraine, so she go to outside for the river. They clean ice together with the friend and try to skate, and it was not skate. It was maybe you remember the old skates with the no toe picks, like
Okay.
yeah, like this. I don't remember the name of the skate, but and when I was born, and my sister, we moved to the other city, like bigger, and it's not very close, but close to our house. It was the big ice rink, and the Soviet Union skaters know this very well, and it was in Dnipropetrovsk in Ukraine. So and then I'm start to skate, but it was nice, interesting story. When my mom tried to put me to the group, the coach said like I cannot take her, because I cannot give her chance to, because she's a bit fat, big. Yeah, and my mom was pushed so hard to give me the chance for like 1 month to try if it's work with me or not. So, and after this time, like I start to skate, and yeah, and I fall in love. I was falling in love in figure skating. I like this wind when you skate. I like the motion, of course, and sometimes it was interesting when the group and the coach was explain something for the kids. I was doing by myself something, because I hear the music and I start to move. And okay, Tatiana will back soon. So
Now,
yeah.
how did you get chosen for pairs? Because I noticed that in single, when you skate, you never miss your jumps when you perform in competition. So how did you get chosen for pair skating?
For pair skating, my parents and me were like not so tall, yeah, and I was perfect size for the pair skating. And when I was 13 years old, one of the my first partner asked me to skate, try to the pairs, but I don't want this time, and I said, oh, I will think about this. And he goes almost every day for my practice when I did the single, watching me and saying, let's try, just try, maybe you will like it. So in one day I say agree, yeah, I go for the pairs, but after 2 weeks I back to single skating again, because I think it was so, I was so afraid and so feel not so comfortable to skate with the men. And I was fall in love in figure skate, like single figure skate, and it was Oksana Bayu from our city, so it's the same. She was born then in, of course, she like Olympic champion. I was big dream to be Olympic champion too, like Oksana in single. So and I back to single skating, and after 2 or 1 month I back again to the pairs, because I'm understand, and we talking with my parents, and we talking with my coach, single coach. She was thanks for her, because she said like go to the pairs. Yeah, it was, I was big surprise, because of course each coach want to hold him good skater, yeah. And she was so nice with me, and she said it's the big chance to move your career faster, and it's the big chance to go to international skating competition. And it's the big chance because almost no pairs in Ukraine, because in this time till 2010 I was representing Ukraine. So, and I decide to do pairs. Yeah, I start to like it.
Did you have all of your triples?
No, like it was downgrade. Yes,
Okay.
I did yes, all triples, but it was downgrade. I mean, lats and flip, and otherwise I did clean.
Now, did you move to Kiev for pairs, or did you just move? How did that happen? Yeah, that you moved to Kiev.
Yeah, it's again like next step of my career, and we stopped to progress. Yeah, in Dnipropetrovsk with our coach, and we decide to try something new for us. And it's in Kiev. It's the big example, yeah, and the big chance how to work, how to skate, and this time it was the Alyona Savchenko and Stanislav Morozov there. They were skating, or they just stopped to skate. I don't remember, but they was in Kiev, and yeah, we want to growing up, and we decided with the partner to change our coach and move to Kiev. So we asked Galina to skate with her.
So I wanted to ask you about Galina, because she coached so many top skaters, I think almost at the same time, or, you know, Alyona Savchenko, Dmitry Dmitrenko, Galina Manichenko, Alexei Bachin. So, you know, what was she like as a coach? And, you know, how many top skaters were you training with?
On this time when we practiced together, it was not so many, because just me and my partner Petro Karchenko, Stanislav with Alyona, they stopped to skate, and Stanislav moved for like the second coach. He started to work with Galina, and it was few of young skaters, and that's it. Yeah, we just like maybe next step for her. She started, yeah, she finished with the Alyona and Stas, and we were next couple for her.
Okay.
It was like this.
And I guess, what did she add to your skating? Like you said that she kind of progressed it. So what did she teach you? Yeah.
It was the we start to work a lot, and with the many choreographers, and of course we use the Stanislav's how to say
expertise, or
like what he can, how he can help us, like his help, and yeah, she was the little bit higher coach level. Yeah, and of course she worked with us and give us many new things.
So if Stanislav was kind of teaching you, how did you wind up skating with him? You know, how does that happen? He show example and you're like, we should skate together? Or how does it happen?
No, they stopped with Alyona to skate because Stanislav, Alyona moved to other country, and Stanislav had his hip problem. So it was the surgery, and this time like he used recovery, and he didn't skate. So, and after 2 years, he feel like I'm recover everything, and I want to skate more. And I always say it, and it's true. Stanislav wants to. I will have the gold medal, the Olympic gold medal. It was like one of his dreams. So, and it was the problem, I think, with our jumps with Petro Karchenko. And we again like stop a little bit progress, and Stanislav start to feel he can help me to growing up, and we decide to try. We decide to try to skate together, and we use his experience and my little experience and just to try.
Yeah.
Because it's not so many couples. It was not so many couples in Ukraine, and so it was wrote like this for us. Just go on,
Yeah.
on the podium, and you will have everything in international. I mean, you can go in international competition.
So how did you wind up moving to Germany, you know, and how did that happen? You had success, you went to the Olympic Games in Ukraine, and I know that it's very challenging when you want to skate with funding and everything with different countries. So how did that happen?
Yeah, it's the same. It's
Progress, yeah.
all my career. It's like step by step.
Mhm.
And if I understand, if I'm not moving forward,
Mhm.
I need to do something. So, and we decide with Stanislav, and of course it was the proposal from Ingo Steuer on this time, and Alena helped us a lot to move to Germany, and I very thanks for her, because we growing up very fast and nice on this time when we was practice with Ingo, and we again we try to growing up. And we said yes, let's do, because it's when you're rivals and when you practice together, and it's very nice to grow in faster. So, and it's two different countries, so okay. Yeah, and in the store we know how to skate Alena, how she growing with Robin and this time, and with Ingo, how they work as a team, and it was very pleasure and nice to be there and take and get this experience too.
Yeah, did you know German, or did you move to a country not knowing the language?
No, I know some words of course, but it's very funny. When I moved to Germany, I didn't speak any language, just Ukrainian and Russian at first. And sorry, my baby coming. And I tried to speak English. Say hi for everybody. Hi, hello. Hello. And I tried to speak English with Ingo, and I was not so shy, so I learned English and tried to speak. That's why I'm use only English language in Germany. Of course, when I go to the grocery shop or time to time, I use very easy Germans, but the first language, it was of course the Russian and English. So, and after Germany, we had a lot of camps in US in New York, close to New York. And I started to speak with other guys, and it was so interesting because international friends, and I want to know them also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
I remember,
but I'm still learning.
I remember at Skate America in 2009, everyone was talking about you in the pairs, different officials, judges, looking that this, you know, this skater has a good future, you know. Was it known that Stanislav, I guess, would retire, and that's how it became that you were going to try with Max, or how did that all kind of happen? You know?
And Stanislav, he's 8 years old on me, older me. So, and he understands he don't want to skate like anymore. Анжелечка, секундочку, у меня очень важное интервью. Sorry. And Stanislav understands he don't want to skate, and he maybe can't like grow in again. Yeah, and yeah, he decided to stop after Olympics in Vancouver. And in the dressing room, like he said me after, in the dressing room, he was speak with Max, but not like directly like, oh, I want to stop my career, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, maybe coach. And he asked Max, and what you will do after the Olympics? Because for sure, for any athletes, the Olympics is the main competition. And he said, actually, I also think to maybe stop my career and go to, I don't know, to shows or somewhere, and maybe forget about the figure skating. forgot. And Max, he's a smart guy, and he said, maybe I can stay in the figure skating and continue even if my partner will be Tatiana.
Yeah.
So from this time, I can say our couple start to grow together.
And he wound up coaching you again, Stanislav, kind of, right? He coached,
Yeah, because after this, we was talking, of course, with Max, and it was other guys what I can choose to skate, but I think it's 2014, it will be Olympic Games in Sochi, and if I start to practice with international skater, it was so hard to speak, because my English not the perfect, or other language I need to start to learn, and it was so hard to understand each other. Of course, it's the Russian pair skater, so that's I choose the Max.
And I thought it was interesting that Nina Moser, I guess, how did Stanislav know her? I know that she worked with a lot of junior skaters, and actually her mother coached Galina Kuchar, right? Is that like lineage, right?
Yeah, because many coaches of this generation was born in Soviet Union, and of course we move very easy to our country, and the Stanislav, Nina Moser have his student, Vladislav Zhobnirsky. He's junior world champions. I don't remember the year. So, and when he stopped his career, he practiced, he started to be second coach with the Nina. And Stanislav and Vladislav, they're very best friends.
Okay.
So, and Stas asked Vladislav to help me with the passport, and like to give me a chance to get the international document, the Russian passports, and help me a lot. So Nina know very good connections, very good connection with the people, and she knows very many, and we ask her to help us. And of course we know like she has experience and practice with the pairs, and we just ask her, can we start to skate together? And it was the nice compromise in our team, and we was talking every May, like every year when we finish the season. Every year we meet each other, like if it's good or not, we will talk, we continue next year or not. So it was Nina she's the best organizer in the world, I think, the best manager. So yeah, and we start with her and very liked, and Stas, of course he needs his job, and Nina said, Stanislav was skate with her, he know you very well, and maybe we ask him to help us, like to skate with Max, because he know my movements, my mistakes, so he know very many, and yeah, he helped us a lot, like as a second coach with Nina.
And from the beginning, you had so much success, with Max, competing. I guess, what do you think was the reason, you skated almost better than ever. The first season, you win a silver medal together. Is there like a similar basic technique that you and Max have, or what enabled it? Yeah.
Oh, it's, in the 15 May, we like celebrate our 10 years, how we skate together, but I still remember our first practice. It's two high-level athletes, Tatiana Volosozhar, Maxim Trankov, and we think it will be very easy to skate together because we know how to do elements. We are good with the high experience and many competitions in front of us. and we start to skate together, and we cannot do even to skate as a pair. It was like tick, 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 all the time, different timing, and we said, we start to jump. It was very good as a jumper, and we start to jump, and it was like this. Yeah, it was a very hard time for us, and of course we fix it during the times go, and it was very difficult to do the throw jumps and the twist, because our technique was completely different with our ex-partners. So, and we start to skate very early for the competition, and it was many taste skates in Russia. So we start in May, and end of August we go for the competition in Russian, and we was not afraid to do the mistake. Now I can see our first competition. It was horrible. I felt so bad from the throws, and yeah, and I think it's very good. We didn't close and practice a lot. We start to show what we want, and we after each competition we think what we need to do more, for example for the throw and for the twist, on how we can move our elements in the program. So we did a lot of work of analytic work, analysis. Analytic work. Yeah, and yeah, and we just start to compete very early, and each competition it was like more we growing together. Yeah, and I don't know, maybe it's something from there.
Yes.
Because I can say, you know, the athletes sometimes they like plus competition. I don't know how to say in English, but maybe you understand me. Like you can do more than you practice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it's with me work like this.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I can do more on competition when I'm nervous and I really want it, and I try to do my best, and I don't know how it's work. I cannot explain, but I think a lot of athletes, the high level, can feel this, like when they do more than on the practice. So maybe this.
Now, when you skated with Max, you would never make mistakes in a competition. You were usually the steady one.
Oh.
Is that like in practice, or is it not the same?
Not the same. On the practice, it was so hard for me to do the throw when I was tired, because yeah, I can repeat, it was very difficult with the technique. We had completely different technique for the throws, and it was so hard. And yeah, and just competition maybe helped me.
Was it always like that from when you were a kid too?
Yeah. I won my first competition when I was 7 years old, and I did more than on the practice. Okay. Maybe it's inside me, something, I don't know.
So I guess when you and Max were together, when did you know it was something special? Because your success together took off like a rocket, you know, like it was, you know, so fast. Yeah.
Yeah, and many people like said Max have a difficult character, like, but for me, he started to be a best friend. I understand him very well, and we can speak like anything can tell to each other, and we start to be a very close friend. And maybe in few years when I'm divorced with Stanislav, so I was alone, and I'm start to understand I like Max, I like his as a person, and of course as a partner. And actually, it was my first step.
Yeah. Okay.
To be a couple. Yeah, I was asked Max, like, do you like me or not? And we start the conversation, and I'm tired to wait for this moment. And I did the first step, yeah. And the first, he said, we cannot, because we are very close, like friends, and we are good as a partner. So I don't want to kill this, relationship as a partner. So because he always, I think, to like have the different life, the figure skating life and a real life, and don't mix. But it's happened. We start to be as a couple, and it was before the Olympic, and for now I understand it's very hard to be couple in a life and to skate together. Yeah, and thanks God, we have not so long time when we need to. Wow, so nice. When we need to like fix some problem when it's happened on ice or off ice, it was difficult time. Yeah.
And would Stanislav still coach you during that time? Is that difficult, or did you know each other well? Okay.
Yes, we know the long time, of course, each other, and I want to say him thanks you so much, because he in front of his eyes, like we already was not a couple in a life, and he can see maybe something in between us with Max. So it was so hard time for him, but he's smart guy, he understands.
Yeah. And so I want to ask you about the Olympics, because you talked about the throws, and I was watching the footage, and it's the biggest competition of your life. Did you have to save those throws at the Olympics? Because it looks like you went up so high on both throws at the end of your program. It's going perfect. And it looks like you fought so hard for your throw jump. So I wanted to ask you about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to remember my Olympic and the free program, because it's like first I had a problem with my feet. So it was like with the muscle, but inside the boots, and I need to fix with the tape, and it was so tight and not feel so comfortable. But I don't like to speak. If you go for the competition, and especially for Olympic, you must be perfect. So, and the second, what I don't like to remember, it's my hair. When it's open, yeah, I was thinking about this old program, and it was like the big pin of in my hair, and I was thinking if it's not, don't go out from my hair, because we need to stop the skating, the program, and it's, oh my God. Yeah, it was so hard. And of course, and this many mind, in my head. So, and I was not so concentrated in the program. Like I like when I'm skate, I'm go very deep in the program, and I cannot see nothing around. I cannot hear, and in the free program it was not so comfortable because of this situation, because of the leg, because of the hair. But I can repeat. I don't like athletes like this. If you say like, oh, it was mistake because of this or because of this. Yeah, it was mistake. Yeah, and I'm very thankful. I stay my throws. And I was happy about this, and I was happy my hair was not open.
Yeah.
So it was hard time, but actually the Olympics season was very hard for us, because we start to skate clean. Each competition we skate very, very clean, and for the head, it's for the athlete, it's so difficult to keep this condition during the season. And each competition, after maybe like short competition, each competition you wait, maybe here it will be some mistake, you don't want to think about this, but it's coming. And it was the big mistake in Grand Prix final. I missed my both jump, and it was so surprised and was so hard to understand why. I still cannot tell why I did this mistake. So, and then was very hard to the Europe, and even we won this competition, but it was very hard, and we missed our free program. Max did mistake for the jump, and it was like me, Max, and we start to, you know, like to do some mistake, and the next it's must be Olympic Games. So we start to think what's wrong with us, and maybe we need to change something. And we're talking a lot about Olympics. Maybe we were thinking to change, to take a program from the like last season, and maybe to do something. And Nikolai Morozov, he said, he was the choreographer during our career, and he said, don't kill yourself, don't rush, don't run, just fix your head, and maybe you can change your dress, or I don't know, we can change some movements from the choreo, but please don't do the other program. And after this, we talking and we relax, we little bit change the choreography, and I changed my dress, the color, just the color. It was during the season, it was white, and for the Olympics, it was yellow. And maybe it's help us also. You know, yeah, it was very, very hard season.
Do you think the mistakes helped you refocus, or?
Sorry?
Do you think the mistakes that you made at Grand Prix final and Europeans helped you, you know, get straight? For, I for now I understand if it was clean like all season during until the Olympics. On the Olympics, it can be biggest mistake. So it was good. Like we did mistake, we analyzed this, and we change. Maybe something can be save our. But this it's very nice, and to remember all our waltz, what we skate, how many times we skate the waltz, it was always clean. Yes.
Even if it was the show time. Yeah, it's magic. It's magic for me, and yeah.
Now, what did you think your advantage would be at the Olympics versus, you know, Alyona and Robin? Because you competed with them, and you were both such good pairs and very similar elements, very similar, you know, I guess difficulty. So, you know, I guess, what did you think that you and Max had, you know, to give you something special?
I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I never think to win Alyona, you know. Of course I won, but I never think when I go to the competition for this. I'm really like to skate with Max, and how we change, how we take the hard music, for example, for our program, how we progress, how we doing some for yourself, you know, you take something hard, you push hard, you work hard for this to get something. And when we go to Olympics, we're thinking about podium. We didn't think, of course, we can understand, we can win because it's in Russia, and Olympic Games, it's, you never know. You can do the biggest mistake, or you can skate very, very good and get the high beyond the top. And we're thinking about the podium. And I'm try to concentrate my mind with this. So don't be rival now, don't try to win Alyona. So just you need to skate very good, you need to do your maximum. So, and I was concentrate for this. And of course, when we can go on ice, we are rivals, but we have judges who judge us. So,
oh, I think I meant like they were trying triple axel, you know, throw triple axel. Did you think, you know, it's better to get more points for, quality or GOE, of the elements, or did you ever try quads or, yeah?
You mean Alona when they try Axel?
No, did you ever try quads, or did you think that your thing would be that you'll get more points for quality of elements, or yeah?
Actually, we tried. We tried once, not once, but in the practice. But we understand it's very hard to land clean, and it's very hard to get high points for this, because you need to concentrate only like for this element, and sometimes it's take all energy for this element, and even if you land, it's so hard to skate all full program clean. So of course it's very good when the Megan Duhamel, she land the quad, that's perfect, but sometimes it was the mistake after this. So, and the main the question why we don't do quads, because Max said, I want to healthy wife and I want to healthy partner. I don't want to kill you, because for the men it's so hard to see how you land, and if it's bad landing, so you understand. That's why we don't do quads for the competition, but we try with the how do you say, the launch,
the harness,
the harness, we did quad loop, like I'm not land, I mean on 2 feet and with some mistake, but yeah, we did. It's very nice. I tried it. I tried it. I'm very proud of myself. It was my dream was try to quad toe loop, toe loop. Okay. But
single,
I never tried.
Yeah. So at Olympic Games, you had the team event first, and it was huge crowd in Russia, and you talked about the nerves before. So when you skated that team event, I guess, what was that experience like in the short program? Because the crowd was behind you,
it's like football. I don't know. I never hear before the so loud audience, and it's very nice and real to move your energy high. But what I want to say about the the team event, about the team event, it's very helped me to skate after the our performance. Can you help me with the word?
to compete, was it like a practice, are you saying, like
I mean, it helped me a lot to understand what's going on the venue. And when I prepare for the team event for this short program, I was watching the single skating men, and I watching the Evgeny Plushenko, and I try to understand how it's work, and we can see this atmosphere, and it's very, very helped me to relax for our competition. I mean, not the
individual,
team, the individual, that's I was asking you this word. The individual, it's helped me a lot, and I think it's very, very good if you can do the team event. Better if you skate both program. And it did Meryl Davis and Charlie White and Tessa Virtue, Scott Moore, and for the individual, it's very, very helpful.
Yeah. So when you actually, you said you dreamed about winning the Olympics. Do you have good memories of actually skating your programs without your hair? Like, was it enjoyable, to actually skate?
Well, it's enjoyable. Of course, it's a feeling after the program. And of course, when we understand we win, and it's like big dream coming. But on this time, I cannot understand this. It was. I can believe it. It's happened. Because I'm very like, how to say, the maximalist for myself. I want maximum, and I don't like when I do some mistake. I'm like by myself, I go, nah, you're so stupid, you did this mistake or something. Yeah. For me, more important when I'm skate clean, so it's more enjoyable. But of course, the Olympic, and I remember the team event, the first, how we come to the venue, to the ice, and in my memory, first pose from the free program, it was like 22nd Olympic Games, and 22nd I was born, and 22:45, like it's 10 p.m. We start to skate. I remember this pose, and I checked the very high it was clock. Yeah, I see the watch, and I see the time, and of course the how we celebrate everything, and victory ceremony. It was very, very special because it was not on the venue, not right after. I mean, we get the medal not right after the free program, and it was the big plus, and many people, Russians, still have bubbles from this. And all people around us, they singing the Russian
anthem. Yeah.
And it was, wow, so touchable. Yeah, it's so nice memory.
Do you miss competition?
It was some time when I missed the competition, but I was pregnant, and after I give birth Angelica, and start to think about my life without competition, and I'm very happy because we still doing the show, we can still can skate, and we can do something special with the elements, and I'm really enjoy this time. I can and I hope I can continue to skate as long as possible, and for now I don't miss. In Boston, in the world, I understand it's like no more motivation for me. No, I'm not enjoying in competition. Yeah, and it was hard time. I was miss competition, and at the same time I understand I need to move forward. So I choose to move forward.
I always wish that we could have competition with the professionals, you know, like they used to have to see, you know. Yes, yeah.
I heard about this idea. If somebody do it, it will be very nice. Maybe we do compete again.
So you studied management, you said, at university. So I guess, what are your goals, you know, with that? Do you want to be like an agent or put shows together? Like, what kind of ideas do you have?
First, I want to be like a very good management and organize. And now I have, I'm already get my dream, got my dream. I opened my skating school in Moscow. So, and of course, this university helps me a lot. So I like to organize everything. I like to choose the team, you know, to give many options for the young athletes. So my school just to start work and just growing up, and I'm really really want, of course, to grow growing so big athletes from my school. So yeah, it's the nice it was nice time to study, and I really like it because in the school I miss a lot of this. Of course, I had the individual schedule for me, so I didn't go for the class like everybody. So I'm really enjoyed this students time.
And do you want to coach at all, or let Maxim coach, or, you know, just organize?
Now it's Maxim coach. He worked with Tarasova Morozov, with our high level athlete, you know, everybody. And he explained me how hard it be a coach, as a coach. and he said, I'm very, very appreciate to how coaches put so many energy each day and how hard is it. And now I just start this way, you know, because my skating school for the very, very young, and I'm start to understand how hard to be coach. And for now, my mission more work like a management, like organize everything. But of course, I now I do as a coach the classes in Zoom and my the school account, and it's like 50-50. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think I will be for sure in Monday.
And is your school open again after quarantine, or do you know
Yes.
when they'll be skating? Yeah.
Yes, it will be in Moscow in the region Solntsevo, we call this. Yeah, the new ice rink and new skating school.
Well, we wish you so much luck. Thank you so much for coming on here and trying to speak English with us. I think so many people will really enjoy getting to know you. So much fun. Thank you so much,
Thank
Tatiana.
you. Thank you so much. Take care and be healthy, everybody. And hope to see you.
Yes,
Thank you so
hopefully
much.
we'll see you skating soon. Yeah. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Tatiana. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.